Philadelphia Eagles season opener versus the New England Patriots less than 11 days away, key players are getting healthy just in time for the season opener. Players give insight on preparation for the New England Patriots game and what to expect as the Philadelphia Eagles add more players to their final practice squad spots. We also get a first-hand look at the Philadelphia Eagles' new players during practice. Last but not least, do we have beef between A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith? This is the Voice of the Eagles show. And like always, God bless those Philadelphia Eagles. But enough of that. Play the video. Nolan Smith, he's missed multiple days of practice, a nagging shoulder injury. Hassan Reddick has surgery on his thumb. He just returned earlier this week. We get Nolan Smith back later during the week. They're healthy, right on time. Nolan Smith's injury, hopefully it's nothing severe or lingering. His last year, he missed extensive time. To see him aggravate his shoulder after having a pec injury, it's good to have Nolan Smith back with Hassan Reddick as well. Nolan Smith, he brings so much to your football team. Just his toughness, his energy, and his speed off the edge. His speed off the edge is more than enough for him to affect the game. So regardless of him being a rookie, the fact that he's just so fast and he can rush the passer is extremely valuable. Slade made a comment regarding Devonta Smith being the best receiver in the NFL. The media asked A.J. Brown about this, and here's what A.J. Brown had to say.
Well, you said recently that it won't be too much longer until we're calling Devonta the best receiver in the league.
Yeah.
Curious to get your reaction to that.
I think Slade is just supporting his teammate. Everybody knows Devonta is a really good player. I think he's just giving Devonta his flowers. I think also that's his opinion, and so I'm excited for this season for the both of us. It's not no competition for none of us. Honestly, I wish the fans would stop trying to choose, and just enjoy both of us while they have both of us, And so, but I just think in that situation, man, Slade is just giving his flowers to Devonta. He goes against him most of the time. So,
AJ, do you feel like there is fans kind of picking Team AJ, Team Devonta? Do you sense that?
Not to even get into all that, but I sometimes you see it, and I have seen reporters just asking each of us questions, and I don't think you should do that. I think you should just enjoy both of us. It's not about me and Devonta. We're great together. We complement off each other really well, and like I said, that's another wide receiver one on the side of me, man. So I think everybody, the city of Philly or whoever, I think you should just appreciate both of us while you have us, because so.
Talking to Devonta yesterday, he kind of phrased it as, if you make a play, he's like, I want to get involved.
Yeah.
I want to make a play, and you kind of fuel each other that way. Is that sort of how you look at it?
For sure. So like me knowing Devonta, he's gonna make a play. He's gonna do something spectacular, and we do feed off each other. And there's so many guys on his offense, and I think you just gotta get hot early and try to stay hot. I think when you do that, Jalen continues to find you. That's the thing about this offense. When Jalen sees that one of his players are hot, he's going to come back to him. And I think that's what we do. So all of us really competing for the ball, but we are selfless in a way. So.
Devonta, we had some fun a couple weeks ago talking about you and AJ. I think it's the best duo we've ever seen in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Oh, nah. For us, it's just like, we feel like anytime toward any one of us, I know he know I'm open. So.
Who runs the better routes?
I'm gonna pick myself.
Devonta runs the better route. Who has better?
Of course, I'm gonna pick myself. But have you ever seen AJ name?
I'm asking the question. I'm just saying.
He got some natural hands.
They got some big hands, but I'm just saying. Like I'm talking about, can't put the bread in the basket. Who put the bread in the basket?
My money on myself. But that's my guy.
Do you and AJ, are you competitive between each other as far as who's going to have more catches, more yards, more touchdowns? Do you guys have fun with that at all? Does that conversation happen?
I wouldn't say we're competitive with it. I wouldn't say that's something that, we're stacking up against each other, but we both go out there, excited for one another. When one makes a play, the other one's like, I gotta be right there with you. I can't have you out here, playing by yourself, doing it all alone. I need to get in on the action.
Slay said recently, he said it won't be long until people are talking about you as the best receiver in the league. Is that something that he's relayed to you?
We always, have talks about, the game and things like that. I always believe in myself, going out there, doing the things that I do. And, part of the reason I have so much confidence in myself is because of guys like him and Bradbury that I go against every day. Those guys, that teach me things that, I may be doing wrong. So, having two guys like that on both the outside corners, it just makes my job a lot easier.
How realistic is that, do you think?
Just watch this year and we'll see.
So many people talk about you and Devonta as a duo. What did he add to his game that you've seen in this camp?
The route running has always been there. You definitely say he's just getting out his breaks a lot faster. He's high pointing the ball. You want to see that, from a smaller receiver. So, but you want to see that, from a smaller receiver. So. But
when you are a number one receiver, you want the ball every play. You want the football. Now, when you have two number ones, both of these guys want the ball. Let's not get this mistaken. It's a competition. Devonta Smith's a number one. AJ Brown's a number one. That's the mentality that you have to have as a receiver. What trumps that is these guys want to win at the end of the day. They are competing. They're competing with your teammates as well. Who's going to get the sack? Who's going to score a touchdown? We're all trying to get paid, and they can't pay everybody. It's a business, and you want to perform. I don't think this would be anything toxic. End of the day, it makes the team better because these guys are competing, trying to get better. They're focused. James Bradbury, Darius Slay, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith. They're all making each other better by competing. So this is what we need. This is the perfect atmosphere. It's the media that's making this something that it isn't. They're trying to make it toxic. It's not, okay? I will say this with receivers, okay? If they don't get the ball, if they're not getting, their touches, you're going to hear about it, okay? Look at AJ Brown during the playoff game against the Giants. He wanted some touches. So he was clearly aggravated. These type of things happen with number one receivers. And once you build a relationship, AJ Brown and Devonta Smith has such a relationship to where it will never get to that. Or, at least I hope not. But I think it all benefits the team at the end of the day. Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata gave us bits and pieces of what goes into preparation for this week one matchup.
I know it's early, but I also know you're a student of the game. What do you know about the Patriots at this point?
Great defense. Judon, they have had some guys there for a number of years, so they've been pretty consistent in what they do, run a multitude of different fronts. They've essentially what they do is kind of build a wall with their fronts, try to build a bear or, some ways to stop the run. They're pretty efficient at it. Good pass rusher. So, it's going to be a challenge. We're working today is kind of like the fourth preseason game. So we'll go out there and kind of do what we do. We've done some some stuff with the Patriots a little bit, and then we'll get, more heavy next week. Yeah, for us, it's just about kind of getting what the game plan is for the week, where the main emphasis of focus, and then, we watch a lot of different clips, but really just try to see what kind of works for you, so to speak. It's a lot of clips you get to watch, but you really get to pick apart kind of what's useful and what's not. Really, it's about recovery this week, getting in shape. Like this past week kind of been like our conditioning phase, our practice, really. So long drives, we'll have another version of that today. So really about conditioning and getting ready.
From now, we're putting in our base plan, and that's about it. That's all I can tell you, Dave.
The Philadelphia Eagles signed defensive tackle Thomas Booker, tackle Lee Raven Clark, and cornerback Tywan Mullen. The practice squad is solid depth, so I feel like some of these guys we can actually pull from if need be. Okay, I feel like these are good plug and play players. Defensive tackle Thomas Booker He's from Stanford. He's a defensive tackle. He was selected in the 5th round in last year's draft by the Texans. With the right development, I think he can be outstanding. Raven Clark, he's a former 3rd round draft pick back in 2016. This is his 2nd stint with Philadelphia. He's an 8-year veteran, so that's always he played 64 games as well. These guys are solid pickups for the Philadelphia Eagles. And the cornerback, Twain Mullen, he's an undrafted free agent. So you know how it is with Philadelphia right now with these undrafted defensive backs. He was with the Chargers in 2023 for this preseason. He had 11 tackles, 2 pass deflections in 3 games this summer. He led one game. He led a game in tackles against the Rams in a preseason opener. He played special teams as well. And I think it just builds our practice squad. It just builds, it makes our practice squad that much stronger. We have practice footage. I'll leave you guys with that. This is the Voice of the Eagles show. And like always, God bless those Philadelphia Eagles.
Can you feel what's about to happen on this field, man? Can you feel what we about to get into? They don't respect us. They don't know about our heart, man. That thing is beating your doggone chest right now. Whatever you got today, I got to have it. Are you gonna